Osage Hotel and Casino, Tulsa Speedway. The big noise with the big toys, making the big noise. The complete well testing Sooner Late Model Series. Hughes quickly out front. Dixon. Gorby. Eric Brill trying to get around Joe Gorby. Whoa, dude. Gorby into the infield as he and Dixon made contact. Dixon got a little out of shape coming off 4. He and Gorby make contact, and Gorby ends up in the infield. Kip Hughes will set the pace. He'll step on the loud pedal right there, and we're off. Hughes, Dixon, Brill, and Redmond. Eric Brill and Jason Redmond trading paint. Brill into third. Adrian Hickman trying to make a move in the 26 car. Eli Ross trying to get by the H1 of Steve Hewitt. Jacob McGee going up to the high side and making move, but trouble for the 229 car. Hughes off the pace and into the infield. Now Dixon, your leader. Brill to second. Here comes McGee. McGee trying to get around. Oh, trouble down in 4. Trouble in 4. And we're off. Dixon back out front. Brill. Here comes McGee up on the high side. Jacob McGee getting around the outside of Eric Brill. Now Brill back to the inside. Redmond taking a look at the inside of Brill. Brill off the pace a little bit. He bobbles just a little, and Redmond gets around him. It's Dixon, McGee, Redmond. Oh, trouble. Trouble, corner 2. 3 cars up there. The 7H of Brett Hansen, the 1 of Eddie Tidwell, the 26, I believe. It's already out. We'll look for green next time around. Dustin Dixon again will lead him to the flagman. Eric Brill on his back bumper, then Jacob McGee, Jason Redmond, Shayne Bailey. And we are off. Jacob McGee gets a good run on Brill, but Brill gets away from him as McGee has to check up. Redmond now around McGee, but McGee back around him. Shayne Bailey working on Redmond. Dixon, Brill, McGee, Redmond, Bailey, Ross. Eli Ross working the inside on Jason Redmond. Redmond off the pace. Redmond way off the pace. And Redmond parks it in the back straightaway, and the yellow is out. And we're off again. Dixon, Brill, McGee, Bailey, Godsey. McGee gets a run on Brill. Brill able to hold him off. Dixon, Brill, McGee, Bailey. Godsey, excuse me, and Eli Ross. Dixon still hanging on. McGee working Brill. Cannot get around the 65 car. Dustin Dixon, Eric Brill, Jacob McGee. Oh, Brill into the back of Dixon as Dixon off the pace. And we're off. Yellow down here. Yellow down here, corner 4. The And here we go. McGee looks to the inside of Brill. Brill shuts the door on him rather seriously. Shayne Bailey now up to challenge McGee. They come off 4. Dixon, Brill, McGee. Bailey and Godsey. McGee darts underneath Brill. McGee to second. Godsey and Brill trading paint. Excuse me, that's Bailey and Brill trading paint. Here comes McGee on your leader. McGee working on the 078 of Dixon. Dixon up high. Dixon shuts the door on him. Dixon with McGee hot on his tail. Then Bailey. Now McGee looks to the inside of Dixon. Dixon trying to close the door again and does. McGee off the pace and into the infield. Caution is out. Drive shaft on the track. Green flag flies. Dixon gets a good start, but here comes Bailey and Brill. And Godsey and Ross. Bailey taking a look underneath Dixon. Cannot get there. Bailey again with the inside look as Dixon comes off 4. Bailey alongside. Somehow Dustin Dixon able to keep it going and keep it out in front. We're at the halfway point. Dixon still your leader. Bailey in second. Now Bailey gets to the inside of him. Bailey cannot get by him. Dustin Dixon still out front. Shayne Bailey working him hard. Then Eric Brill, Joe Godsey, Eli Ross, Richard Shepler. Again Bailey to the inside of Dixon. Again Dixon able to pull away from him. Now Ross looks inside God. Oh, boom! Richard Shepler nailed Eli Ross. Ross tried to go inside Godsey. And the two traded a little bit of paint, and Ross was a sitting duck as Richard Shepler comes around there. Once again, light is out. And there is the green. Dustin Dixon, Shayne Bailey. Bailey gets a run on Dixon. Bailey takes a look underneath, can't get there. Bailey again, right up the back bumper of Dustin Dixon. He'll look underneath Dixon as they come off 4. Dixon able to hold him off. It's Dixon, Bailey, Brill, Godsey, Brett Hansen, Zach Nickel. Oh, Dixon out of shape and Bailey nails him. Godsey into Bailey. Hansen into Godsey. And we're off again. Dixon back out front. Brill to second. Here comes Hickman and Nickel. Zach Nickel trying to go around the outside of Adrian Hickman. Dakota Dellinger to the inside of Nickel. 3 wide coming off 4. Somehow Shayne Bailey comes out of that in 4th. Dixon, Brill, Hickman, Bailey, Dellinger, Nickel, Hansen, Shepler, and Ross. Bailey to the inside of Hickman. And Bailey into 3rd. Hickman back to 4th. Hansen around Dakota Dellinger. Here comes Bailey working on Eric Brill. Bailey goes up high, way up high, into the soft stuff. And that gives him a run on the other end, but cannot get around Brill. Hansen now working on Hickman. Bailey doing that way up high, and this time he goes around Brill. White flag coming out for Dakota Dixon. Shayne Bailey's going to make a run on Dixon. It's going to be close. It's going to be Bailey. Shayne Bailey, Dakota Dixon, Eric Brill, Brett Hansen, Richard Shepler, Adrian Hickman, Dakota Dellinger, Eli Ross, and Zach Nickel.